welcome everybody. So happy if you are an Indian fan. What an innings this has been from the Indian captain Ajinkya Rahane. 104 not out on day 2 of the second test match. Asked to lead the side in the second test match, and he did not disappoint at all. What a brilliant what a brilliant century from him. And of course, how good was Ravindra Jadeja? 40 runs for him as well. 277 is what India has managed in their quota of the second day, and there is lot left, let me tell you, because they were able to restrict the opposition for 190s, and then that means that whatever they add from now, it's all plus. So we are approaching something really special, and after what we witnessed on the other day when Indian team got out for just 36 runs, I think this seems to be a performance which is coming out of somewhere. I think everybody has started to believe in themselves a little more. Ajinkya Rahane knows what he wants from his bowlers. He knows what he wants from his batsmen. He knows what he wants from his fielders. And that's exactly what we have been seeing in this test match thus far. Mohammad Siraj and Shubman Gill made their debuts in Test cricket, and both of them haven't disappointed till now. Mohammad Siraj, brilliant spell on day 1, and on the second day, I think Shubman Gill did what he is known for, batted in a classical sense, made 45 runs, missed a well-deserved half century, but nevertheless, I think it's a good start for that young man as well. And then, of course, Rishabh Pant coming in, becoming the first cricketer to smash consecutive 25 plus runs in Australia against Australia. So that's a very good sign. Team is coming out really well. Umesh Yadav is performing. Jasprit Bumrah is performing. Sir Ravindra Jadeja seems to be at his best. And that means that Indian team is right there, and they are giving a competitive spirit to the opposition. With this, I move to my first segment, of course, and show you as what are the best tweets of the game. Then after that, I will definitely be showing you the scorecard, and then we will move forward. The best tweets of the game, the first one is from Ahan @Ahan Cricket. He's saying, you would think that Stark could pick up wickets with line and length and seam when the ball isn't reverse swinging like crazy, but just seems that he cannot. There's a big difference between him and Mitchell Johnson. Mitch Johnson could pick up wickets when the ball wasn't swinging with seam. I think a very good point by you, Ahan, because I think Mitch Stark seems to be a little out of touch in this test match, a little out of touch in the series as well, because he was not able to perform in the one day international as well, in the T20I as well. He was not looking at his best, because whenever it comes to Mitchell Stark or a Lasith Malinga or a Jasprit Bumrah or the players of that cadre, we expect a lot, and we expect that they will deliver in every game they play. But unfortunately for now, Mitchell Stark hasn't been able to perform for Australia, and similar has been the case with, of course, somebody like Steve Smith, because Steve Smith has scored what, 2 runs in 3 innings, and that's something that we don't expect from him. So it will be interesting to see if Steve Smith and Mitch Stark can make a comeback. When it comes to their comparison, I think Mitch Johnson was really well, and especially when he used to play in the Ashes, he was really good with, of course, the ball, and he was able to trouble both the left-handers and the right-handers. When it comes to the right-handers, he was taking the ball away from them, and then when it comes to the left-handers, it was coming into them. That means that reverse swing was coming really well for Mitch Johnson. Whether he will be able to do the same thing, Mitch Stark I'm talking about, on day 3, it will be very interesting to see. But as of now, it looks like that there seems to be a lack of form for the great bowler. But we will all wish, from the cricketing point of view, that he comes back, and he comes back very strongly. Coming on to the second tweet, of course, the second tweet is coming from Jacob. He's saying, Rahane has frustrated plenty of people over the years, but he has been my favorite Indian batsman since 2015. 2014 Gavaskar and Border series. An absolute fighter who has always done his best work when India is in trouble. Jacob cannot agree to you more. What an innings this has been from Ajinkya Rahane. I think Virat Kohli said before the start of Test series, he was asked as which of the batsmen will end up scoring the most runs in Border Gavaskar Trophy for India, and he said that this time it will be all about Ajinkya Rahane, and Ajinkya Rahane seems to be doing that. In the first test match, first innings, he was able to smash a 40 odd, got out for a duck in the second one, but just see how he's coming back strongly given the opportunity to lead the side, scored a century, but then, of course, he wants to continue. That hunger seems to be there. He was playing for Delhi in the Indian T20 League 2020 season. Unfortunately, couldn't get runs there. A lot of question marks were there. Should India go ahead with Ajinkya Rahane as the captain in Test cricket, or probably they should see somebody like Ravichandran Ashwin or a Rohit Sharma who will come back in the third Test match? But I think all seems to be put to rest after some brilliant performances. Ajinkya Rahane, the captain, Ajinkya Rahane, the batsman, he seems to be a pure fighter. And Jacob, as you say, I will take your line, absolute fighter who has done the best work when India is in trouble. Well, in this test match as well, it looked like that India was in a very, very strong position, but that wasn't the case. Ajinkya Rahane came out when India was in some sense of trouble because they lost Chiteshwar Pujara. Shubman Gill also got out. Mayank Agarwal got out on the day one only. And then he had to put up a partnership with Vihari. Then, of course, Rishabh Pant and then Ravindra Jadeja. He held his wicket. He knew that he has come at number 4 on Kohli's position. He needs to do something really special. And he was able to deliver for everybody. And with this, it's time for me to show you the scorecard as well as what exactly happened on day 2. And of course, a small highlight of day 1. Let's start with day 1. Australia batted 195 for 10 in their 72.3 overs. Joe Burns and Matthew Wade started off the innings. Joe Burns got out for a duck. Matthew Wade 30 of 39 deliveries. Marnus Labujane 48 of 132 deliveries. Steve Smith, once again, another duck for him. Travis Head, 38 of 92 deliveries. And then the scorecard seems to be just on the lower side, 12, 13, 9, 7, 24. And at the end of it, Australia managed just 195 runs on the board. That means Indian bowlers had done so good on day 1. Jasprit Bumrah, 4 wickets for 56 runs. Umesh Yadav couldn't pick a wicket, but I think bowled decently. 12 overs, 2 maidens, 39 runs. Ravichandran Ashwin was the pick of the bowlers. 24 overs. Just listen to this very carefully, and it is on your screen as well. 24 overs, 7 maidens, 35 runs and 3 wickets. That seems to be some performance by this guy. And then, of course, Ravindra Jadeja, 5.3 overs, 1 maiden, 15 runs and a wicket. Mohammad Siraj managed a couple of wickets as well on his debut. India came out to bat on day 1, 36 for 1 because Mayank Agarwal got out for a duck. But I think after that, it was all about Shubman Gill and Chiteshwar Pujara. 45 of 65 deliveries for Shubman Gill, and Chiteshwar Pujara contributed 17 of 70 deliveries. I think the poor show of Chiteshwar Pujara continues. He needs to do something special. He needs to do it fast because time is running out, because every player seems to be performing, and similar is the case with, of course, Hanuma Vihari as well. 21 of 66 deliveries, 2 boundaries included, but he needs to do something because now a lot of batsmen are coming. In next game, you will see somebody like Rohit Sharma will also be there. So a big question mark whether Mayank Agarwal get an opportunity in Test cricket or not. If Mayank Agarwal is out, then of course Prithvi Shaw is also out. So Shubman Gill and Rohit Sharma can be there. Can we expect Rishabh Pant to play as a proper batsman and Riddhiman Saha as the wicket keeper, and probably Hanuma Vihari can also go out? But Cheteshwar Pujara might be getting all the opportunities in these 4 tests, but will he be able to retain his position in 2021? That's the question. So Cheteshwar Pujara needs to come out very strongly in the innings that are remaining. 5 innings still remaining for Chiteshwar Pujara, a maximum of 5 innings in this test series, and it will be interesting to see if he can make the most of it. But just see that name, Captain Ajinkya Rahane, 104 of 200 deliveries. It shows calm, it shows composure, and speaks about that guy, Ajinkya Rahane. A brilliant century, I think. The ninth Indian batsman to score a century across, and then fifth Indian captain to score a century in Australia against Australia. So that's Ajinkya Rahane for you. Then Rishabh Pant, of course, 29 of 40 deliveries. But Sir Ravindra Jadeja seems to be doing what many thought that he will not be able to. He was also termed bits and bytes by a few creators in past, and of course the current commentator as well. I will not take name, but I think you guys are able to understand who I'm talking about, and he seems to be at his best, proving everybody wrong. And I think even that current commentator would be very, very happy with his current performances, because he seems to be contributing for India. And then, of course, when you see at Australia's scorecard, Mitchell Starc, 18.3, 3 maidens, 61, and a couple of wickets. We expected it and more from Mitch Starc. Whether he will be able to do that tomorrow morning, that will be interesting to see. Pat Cummins, 22 overs, 7 maidens, 71, and a couple of wickets. Josh Hazelwood hasn't been able to pick a wicket thus far. Nathan Lyon, a wicket. He said that he will be able to trouble the Indian batsmen this time around. Has he been able to? That's the question. The answer is no. Then, of course, Cameron Green, 12 overs, 1 maiden, 31 runs, and no wicket for him as well. 82-run lead for India, and India will be looking forward to probably add a 1 or 2 before 8, and probably make it very difficult for Australia when they will be coming out to bat in the second innings. There was slight rain in middle. There was slight difficult for the batsmen as well to play, because there was a lot of wind there and the ball was swinging a lot. And it will be interesting to see as what day 3 carries for all of us. It will be very interesting to see as what all happens, but you need not to worry, because there is a platform called SportsTiger which brings everything for you, and I will be joining you guys back tomorrow to discuss all of it. Day 3, we will be coming back. Day 2, India seems to be on top. That means we all are happy. See you guys next time, because I think a lot of good action is right on the way. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching our show. We'll be back